table and the histogram show information about the time in minutes taken by a group of students to travel to college in a week. We need to use the histogram to complete the table and the table to complete the histogram. And then we'll worry about part C in a minute. So, as always with a histogram, we need the frequency density first of all, which is the frequency divided by the width. So in the first case, it's 20 divided by 20, which is 1. Then we've got 30 divided by 10, which is 3. We'll leave the next two blank for now. Then we've got 48 divided by 40, which is 1.2. Now, the first bar between 0 and 20, that's already given to us here on the histogram. So we know that the frequency density here is 1. That's going to allow us now to mark on the rest of the scale on the Y, or the frequency density axis. This is going to have to be 2. This is going to have to be 3, 4, 5, and so on. Whilst I'm at it, actually, I'm also going to say that's 0.5, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5. Okay. Right, let's plot the next few bars of our histogram. So between 20 and 30, the frequency density is 3. So let's get our ruler and draw a line up to have a frequency density of 3, which is there. Draw the line across. So that's done. Now the next bar between 30 and 40 has already been drawn for us. And we can see that it has a frequency density of, let me just double check this carefully. Yeah, 4.5. So between 30 and 40, the frequency density was 4.5. So what number divided by 10 gives 4.5? Well, it's 45. The next bar between 40 and 60, we can see that the frequency density is 3. So similar idea, what number divided by 20 gives 3? Well, that's going to be 60. 60 divided by 20 would give me the frequency density of 3. And then the last bar between 60 and 100, I need to draw that on. 60 and 100, the frequency density of 1.2 is there. And we have now, we've used the histogram to finish the table, we've used the table to finish the histogram. So we can now start to look at part C of this question, which says to work out an estimate for the median time. Now the median is the middle person. How long did the middle person take? Excuse me. So first of all, I need to work out how many people there were. So I'm going to add up all of these frequencies. So 20 plus 30 plus 45 plus 60 plus 48 is 203. So I'm looking for the middle person when there's 203 people in total. Now, if you imagine having 203 people stood in a line, you'd have 101 people here, 101 people here, and you'd have the person that stood in the middle, so that would be your 203 people. That makes 202. This makes the 203rd person. So we're looking for this person's the 102nd person. The 102nd person. Right, the first 20 people are in that first interval. Excuse me. The next 30 people takes me up to the 50th person. The next 45 people takes me up to the 95th person. Remember, we're looking for the 102nd person. So we're close now. In fact, we only need 7 more. We only need 7 of these 60 people. So that's 7 60ths of this time interval. So 7 60ths of 20, because that is the time interval here. So 7 60ths of 20 is 3. So we are 7 60ths of 20 is 7 over 3, or 2.3. I should have said 2.3 is what I meant. So we are 2.3 minutes into this interval. So that is the 40, the lower end of that interval, plus the 2.3 minutes, which is 42.3 recurring minutes. And that is my estimate for the median time. Let me just repeat those steps, because these sorts of questions are tricky. The median is the middle number, so I added up all of the frequencies to get 203. I then thought about halving that to get the middle person. So half of 203 doesn't go nicely, but that's fine, because that just means that the 102nd person is in the middle. I've got 101 people on one side, 101 on the other. The 102nd person is stood right in the middle of all of that. So then I'm looking to see, where is the 102nd person? How much time did they take? The first 20 people are in here. The next 30 takes me up to 50 people I've looked at so far. So that's about here in our line. The next 45 people were all in there, so that took me up to the 95th person. I needed 7 more people to get to there. So that's a certain interval along within this interval. The fraction I am within that interval is 7 60ths, because I want 7 out of 60 of these people. So 7 60ths of that whole interval is 2.3 minutes. So we are 2.3 along inside that interval, which is 42.3 minutes.